my hand through and it would come up at the top of Nick's screen like that.
And just slap him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Okay. Welcome everybody to another edition of the isolation podcasts for the CGA podcast. Here again, as always, with my man Nick Danes down the bottom there, below me, as always, and to my right or left, Loz. Loz is back again for another edition. Laurie Dodson, head coach of CGA, and my brother, the Golden Cobra, Ian Hall, black belt. Yeah, he is.
Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome, one and all. So today we're gonna go over some of our old fights, I guess, from white belt 10 years ago.
Some fights where Sam's got a load of hair.
Oh. And
Too much hair.
Less hair on
Too
my
much hair,
face.
some would say.
Too much. Never have too much.
The new competition, the Timotei.
The white belt Timotei.
Yeah.
That's what I was hoping we would do.
Just Sam.
I would have won that.
And me, obviously.
I would have won that one, I reckon.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Later, you still got fourth.
Yeah. So, how you been, Golden Cobra, Ian Hall? What's been going
Wonderful. Lockdown. This is where I've been living for the past 3 weeks, just in my living room.
You're not the only one, mate.
Working from home.
You're not the only one. You're still working, are you?
Still working, mate. Yeah. I just actually got a phone call with my boss. My boss is a funny character because we'll have a Skype meeting with a ton of us involved in the Skype meeting, but he'll get a phone call. Obviously, you know Ian Moon.
Yeah.
He'll jump up, we got maybe 12 people across the screen. He'll jump up and get on another phone call in the background. You can just hear his phone call throughout the whole thing. Either that, or he'll pull out a packet of crisps and just start munching on it.
That was like Nick. That was like Nick on the last podcast, eating his spaghetti while we're watching fights.
You gotta keep the weight up, mate. I can't allow the weight to drop while we're
otherwise,
time, Nick.
Yeah, you'll get low blood sugar, Nick, won't you? You got to feed it
every 10 minutes.
That's it. Right. So
I think this is a good opportunity to go up a weight anyway, isn't it?
It's a great opportunity. Nick can't go up. Nick's in ultra heavy anyway.
Oh Jesus.
He can't go up any heavier.
Yeah, just stop eating, Nick. Just stop eating now.
There's no limit.
I weighed this morning at 100.6 kilos.
Whoa.
So,
is that good?
Well, it's under 99 is it 99 point under 100 is the second heaviest category, I think.
Is it? Do you know what? I've got no idea.
Just stay heavy, mate, because then you don't have to fight anyone that's fit.
That's it.
Yeah, but they're like 160 kilos.
Shredded.
Yeah, but they can't move for more than 2 minutes.
It just can't happen, Nick.
They can't pull guard from the feet.
Ian knows he's fought loads of them in the absolutes. Beat them all.
Mainly just big ginger Polish people.
You wrap me up in headlocks.
Chris fought at one point who was 158 kilos in one of the competitions he went to at white belt.
158.
Yeah, and he was about 6'4" as well, and just enormous. I don't know if he was any good, but he was huge.
Was he?
Yeah.
I was looking through my old photos the other day, and I saw a photo of Sammy Sausage, and he's just sat on someone who's pulling their legs towards him.
I've seen that one. That's brilliant.
Honestly, I was like, that is such a good photo.
What's better is the one from the grading where Wilson Jr. is laying on top of him and he's just bright purple.
I can't remember that.
He was on top of him in side control for about 6 minutes, and by the end of it, Sammy was just purple.
Tunbridge, that one, wasn't it?
That
a little bit reminiscent of when you rolled with Wilson.
Yeah. I might have been a sort of a similar colour, I think.
Yeah, it's so funny. Sam just spent all his time in side control, trying not to get wrist locked.
Oh, honestly, it was awful. It was in the worst bit about that was he got me inside like a cage.
Yeah, it was in a
I was
cage.
like,
Or like the key.
that's it, yeah. Tucked it in his gi and was like, you got to get it. Come and get it.
You learn quickly though, don't you? Once he wrist locks you, you think,
Yeah.
I'm minding those wrists very quickly after the
Not
first
really, mate.
time. So much.
You learn quickly from any wrist lock.
Yeah,
It's not a good place to be.
it's really not. Right. Let's tee up
What's
one of these fights then. Sorry?
What's up first?
Ian Hall's, Matt, this is, 2011.
This is my first competition, I think.
Yeah, it was both of our first competitions. So, but you'd only been training, so I'd been training a few months at this point.
I joined
And you-
just after Christmas, I think, didn't I? Sometime.
Yeah, and you hadn't been training very long. It'd only been a couple of months at the most. Chucked himself straight into a competition. Like the hero.
It
that
wasn't
you
my
are.
first grappling experience, though, because I got beaten up a few times in MMA class, remember?
Yeah, but yeah.
Sam had been showing me some stuff because we worked together. So Sam had been showing me some of his jiu-jitsu moves, and we'd been attending this MMA class in a local gym. And so Sam, we'd be out on site wearing full high visibility gear, like trying to armbar each other really badly.
I think what Ian's trying to say is that I pretty much taught him everything he knows. So
That's exactly what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to say Sam was my original master.
Was he
and,
doing
and that explains a lot about this competition that you're about to see.
So what I'm saying is, well, I might have only been training, a couple of 2-3 months or something before this competition, but specifically in BJJ. But before that, I've been doing about 4 months of MMA, so a little bit of grappling experience.
Yeah,
previous to it.
And I think I'd probably done about 6 months of training before this comp. So, yeah, probably that sounds about right. Do you remember? I can't remember when this comp is, Loz. Do you remember when this comp was?
Was it summertime, wasn't it?
May 1st, 2011. So there you go. So
wasn't too far.
So that's 5 months in for me. That was.
So that was 5 months in for you. So I started in May 2010. So I'd done a year. So that I'd been training a year then.
All right.
Or just under a year. That's crazy.
How about you, Nick?
Nick had been training for 30 years at this point.
I would say more like 13, but yeah, definitely.
I started training in 2007.
Did you?
Is that when you just turned 50?
Yeah. just
After your 50th.
Just after your 50th.
Got a gi for my 50th.
Straight in.
Brassy gi.
All right, let's do this. Let's play this. So this is Ian's. Was this your first fight? I don't think it was. I think.
No, but I remember seeing this guy, and he had like 4 stripes, like 3 or 4 stripes on his white belt, and I don't think I had anything on mine. So I was thinking, right, I'm in trouble here.
It looks like you've got a karate belt on, from what I can see over here. It looks
quite possibly, mate.
Although you do have a gi that fits, mate. That's pretty awesome. That is.
Yeah, it looks kind of newish as well.
It looks quite clean and new.
It's really odd.
You look very focused.
Yeah, I'm ready for it, mate. I'm ready for it. I remember like feeling like I was, because it's the first competition, feeling like the importance of it, like the weight on my shoulders to win this competition, warming up, running up and down like the side of the mat sort of thing, trying to get ready for it, because it's all or nothing.
Yeah.
Have you done like competitive sports before jiu-jitsu with this kind of?
No, just like played basketball and stuff when I was at school. Played football when I was a youngster. But that's
You'd never done anything competitive, not like this anyway. No way, like both of us hadn't done anything
No.
like that. It's pretty obvious. It'll be pretty obvious when you start watching this.
Yeah.
We have not done anything competitive. All right.
You professional sportsman at one point, weren't you, Nick?
I played a good standard of cricket. I played a good standard. I wanted to be a cricketer when I was younger.
It's a natural transition, that though, isn't it? Like cricket straight into jiu-jitsu. They're like they're two of the same thing, really.
So similar.
Both just so intense.
Well.
Yeah, exactly. Well, there's a similar amount of waiting around in cricket.
only the way you do jiu-jitsu. Is that what you lay down at the open mats? Like
no, I mean competitions like could last all day. So it could be an all-day affair. Like meet up at 8 a.m, drive somewhere and then not come back till that time in the evening.
Yeah.
And cricket's the same. Start playing and then it lasts to about 8 at night.
Yeah, but the difference is you're actually playing though, aren't you? Whereas in jiu-jitsu and tournaments, you're usually just waiting around for about 7 hours.
Well, I often
just waiting around with sweaty armpits,
eyeing
all
up all the
long.
competition, looking around, going, nah, that guy's massive. He can't be in my category.
He's definitely in my category.
Yeah.
Oh crap! He looks better than me.
Oh, he looks well good, that guy. Oh no.
I was, in sport in general, it doesn't matter how many games of cricket I played, when I go out to bat and stuff, I would be really, really nervous all the time. It took me a while to, the nerves to calm down when I was playing. When you're fielding and stuff, it doesn't matter. When you're batting, you want to do well and stuff. And I find the same anxiety level in the competitions. Like once you're in there and doing stuff, it's kind of okay, but it's the anticipation and build up for me.
The waiting around.
Definitely. All the weight lifts, once you get warmed up and get your gear on and get on the mats, it seems like all the kind of pressure is relieved a little bit.
Yeah, that's it.
But you can kind of feel it like up to weeks before when you start seeing people turn up on the register who you're fighting and all that sort of stuff.
You go, it's real. Am I actually going to go and have a fight with that guy?
Yeah, you start really sort of like thinking things over in your head, don't you? And of course, you don't know what's going to happen at all, but you kind of start visualizing it.
Always after the competitions, I felt really good. Like, I'm really glad I did it. This was really good. And like, I went to some and just had one fight and lost, and I went to others and had 3 or 4 fights, and I think I got a bronze in a Brighton, was like the best I did on I got a default silver once, but like a bronze in having to go through 3 or 4 wins to get to a thing, like that was my best one. And then afterwards I was like, oh, that was amazing. But because back in those days there weren't competitions every week either. So then I'd get really, really nervous again in the next 3 months, coming up to the next thing. So then it was like, it started again, the build up. Right, who's going to compete at this? Come on, guys, let's get a team down there. And you think, oh gosh, we're going to go through this all again. But if it was more regular, nowadays people can go out every week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks and do it much more regularly. That's why, I think I might give it another go, but try and do a few in a more a few in a shorter time space. So it feels like I've got more to do than just one thing, and it's over.
It would definitely help. I know when we sort of competed a bit more regularly towards, after you've done a few in the same year, certainly the latter ones in the year, you perform a bit better. You're just a bit more relaxed when you go out there.
Did you genuinely felt like more relaxed as it went on?
Yeah, there are a few, particularly sort of purple belt competitions where I've done a few in the year, and then you go out and you don't feel too, you don't feel much of that pressure. You're just there to sort of, you get onto the mats, get warmed up, get on the mats, and then it's almost like you're in the gym sparring. And that's where you always perform your best.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you can have a little bit of anxiety, just like similar anxiety, not quite on the same level, but just if you've had any time off, like long time off, and then you step back on the mats, the anxiety a little bit is kind of in the back of your mind there. Like I remember when I came back from injury and you're a bit like, oh, I don't know how I'm going to do stepping back on the mats after so long.
When you were better than you were before.
Probably, mate. That's how it works.
It's the more time you have off, the better you get.
That's not the way it works.
That's not how it works.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Insane world.
Can't wait to get back after this because it'll be I'll have had a few months off again.
You're like that, brand new.
Does anyone else feel actually better for having a bit of proper time off though?
Yeah.
Like injuries healing up and stuff like that?
Yeah, my shoulder feels a bit better.
My shoulder was screwed before we had this time off, and now it feels good.
Yeah, I popped.
Just the rest of me is falling apart.
Yeah. Just before isolation, I think I tore my cartilage in my knee just before isolation. Feels all right now.
Just another injury, a knee injury to forget about.
Honestly, it's on my good side as well.
Oh, mate.
My knees are bad. Loz has picked up a fresh injury in isolation.
Yeah, slipped a disc in my neck.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Doing what?
Rolling around with a wife.
That's what you get for rolling with a spazzy white belt, mate.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah. Mate, they'll be the death of me, I tell you.
Do you think in the in competitions then as you've gone up through the grades and you've competed at all the belts in basically, haven't you?
Didn't compete at brown belt. I was injured for a lot of it, so skipped competition completely for brown belt.
Yeah, I found that once you got to purple belt, it's like you've got like quite a good confidence in your game, haven't you?
Yeah, yeah.
Because you got that to sort of back you up. It feels you feel a lot more relaxed when you're competing because you kind of know what you want to do. And
you can see the difference in the competitions between the white belts who go out, they're always so tense. And then you see someone who's a blue belt, usually purple belts, brown belts upwards, they're kind of a little bit more chilled. They don't, you don't see them clinging on for dear life onto lapels and, sitting in full bar for 2 minutes.
It's like you do now, Nick.
Like the grips, the white belt grips, and in the higher weight classes, they do the classic grips and they press their foreheads against each other. And locked.
And just walk around in circles.
That's it.
Locked horns for 5 minutes.
For 4.5 minutes until someone gets tired.
Do you remember, I can't remember what competition it was, but Big Kev, he was fighting.
Yeah,
and,
I was just thinking about that.
Yeah, he had a stand-up fight with someone, and I don't think it went to the ground at all.
Literally, they just stood there and walked around each other, didn't they?
Yeah, just like that. They just didn't do anything. They just held each other and just walked around in circles. Competitive dancing.
I mean, that's a good point though. I think the more time you've been sparring, doing comps and training, just in general, then I think maybe I might find the competition atmosphere more or scenario more fun than just white belt comps and being worried that someone's going to throw you on your head on a hard floor where it was all in leisure centres and sliding mats and stuff. You know what I mean? So.
And
you don't train unless you're on a sliding mat.
Yeah.
You're rolling around on the floor.
Yeah.
And
just half onto the hard floor.
And back in the day, there was a lot less people at competitions. Now there's more. You kind of get lost in the crowd a little bit more, isn't there? Like that grappling industry was there was
15 mats maybe 15
16 mats. There was 2 8 sectional 8 16 different mats.
That's huge.
That's quite impressive, actually.
It's quite compact though. It was quite compact. You could walk around the outside of all of it, and the middle was supposed to be closed. But that's where the tables were up the middle for those sides, and then tables on the outside. And then I thought it was a really good venue. It was good.
Yeah, same.
But you're right. You could just compete, and people wouldn't know that you were doing it.
No.
So
if you went in there, lost one fight, you just, do you know what I mean, and then left, it wouldn't be noticed, would it? Do you know what I mean?
Was there any sort of turnout for black belts and high belts?
I didn't see, to be honest.
Quite a few brown belts. I thought there was a lot. There was quite a few brown belts. You know, judging by the crash cards.
Yeah.
I don't think there was many black belts.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know.
But the Browns, I guess, got free. Did they get free entry as well? Browns belts, or?
Yeah, they did. Browns and blacks got free entry. Yeah.
Did they?
Yeah. Which is
That's why it's pretty cool.
that
Quite a lot of the brown competitors were there.
Yeah, I didn't see many from. I didn't see many black belts, but I don't know whether they competed later. To be honest with you, I didn't. There wasn't like. It wasn't like section times for different belts. Everyone was kind of all on together, and they like all the times were like everyone was just fighting all at once. So I don't really know because we had some of our guys competing. I was like kind of filming and doing a lot of stuff for them, so I didn't really notice a lot what was going on until there was breaks. So
Natan was there reffing.
He was, yeah.
Yeah.
Good old Natan Chung. What a dude.
Shout out. Yeah. We'll have to watch one of his fights on here one day.
We should, yeah.
Definitely, yes.
Him versus Langaka.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Perhaps we could bring that up.
Yeah, we should.
Good. So good. He's so good, isn't he?
He is awesome.
This guy, everyone doesn't know him. The guy has been over and stayed with Chris Sharat when he's here and has trained with us before, and he's just very, very good. Not long had his black belt, has he? But I think he was probably he's been that standard for a long time.
Yeah, like those guys who are competing at that kind of level, they're all, you know, you can see from like when you watch the Worlds at blue belts how good they are.
Incredible, yeah. They're pretty much not far off their black belts, really. A lot of them by most people's standards. Just a matter of probably how long they've been training.
Exactly. Exactly. Probably been training since their teens. I can't wait for that stage in our club. If like the teens or the kids, as they move through into adults, like how good they're going to be if they stick at it. Like obviously, you know, as we know, you know, you got guys like Jared, who was competing, you know, competitor, really good 17, got his blue belt. You know, he was really good. But, you know, you get to that kind of age where other stuff takes over. Girls, probably. Cars, whatever else.
Just getting knocked off your bike.
That doesn't help either, does it?
Did he make a full recovery from that?
The formal recovery.
Then he just got into a car and then started smashing into other people.
Right, okay.
There seems to be like I don't know why it goes in waves a bit, doesn't it? There seems to be quite a few people that are keen on going and doing some competitions now. So we seem to be getting like a.
But there's so many now, isn't there? There's so much more, and there are a lot more locally. Like I remember when we first started competing, it was like Essex, London, Brighton,
Bristol. Bristol, Wales.
But yeah, like within driving distance for us, like that was kind of as far as we wanted to go. Like maybe Brighton was probably about as far as we'd go.
Competitions in London now, isn't there?
There's loads, loads. And especially, you know, where we live, it's only, 45 minutes, an hour on the train.
It was a good journey, actually, the train and stuff. It was all right to get there.
It was good. Yeah, it was good.
So it was a day.
Yeah, easy to get around as well, isn't it? So, but yeah, now you get so many more local ones, don't you, as well? I mean,
like the Kent All Stars Europeans.
I don't know. There is going to be more in Kent, isn't there now?
I think there's a good one. There's that Destroy, isn't there? That's up at Dartford.
Destroy Inc. Yeah.
Destroy Inc. And I think South East Open.
Yeah.
Is it South East?
Was that the one in Folkestone?
Yeah, I think they're going to do that back up at Dartford again.
Is that the one that's run by Checkmat?
Yeah, it's the Silverbacks guys.
Yeah.
That was the one that SGY competed in his first competition, but he was the last
one. Though, didn't we?
Everyone left and he was there on his own.
Well, everyone left him. I'm waiting around for him.
And then that. Oh.
Was his fight just delayed or something?
Yeah, I think it's delayed, and we sort of like was there to the end of the day, and was like, look, we've really got to go. We've got things to do.
It was like 4 hours late or something, though.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Jesus.
Well, like we were saying on the last podcast, hopefully now, like if you're doing a competition, having that smooth comp is just going to make things a lot easier.
Yeah, that's right.
So they don't have to try and run it themselves. Because, like, you know, like you remember, Ian, like I was saying on the last podcast, how competitions, everyone got delayed, like all the time. You'd turn up on time for your weigh-in, and then you'd always be delayed by an hour or two. And
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah, it kind of catches you out sometimes if it does run on time, because you turn up and you're expecting you're going to be delayed by half an hour or whatever, and you're like, right, you're on mat 2. And you got someone calling out your name, and you.
We were saying like we were saying last time, like now with the new smooth comp, like it's usually earlier. People are on earlier than they're expecting.
That's good.
It's really.
Did you do a few in white belt comps then?
Sorry.
Did you do many white belt comps in?
Yeah, I did. Always did the English Open, Essex Open. I think we did one in Brighton, didn't we?
Brighton, yeah. I think we did a couple in Brighton at white belt. We did one year and one the year after.
Did we?
Yeah. Well, I did, because I did one.
I remember.
It was always around my birthday.
Brighton Open was my first gold medal.
Oh, yeah. I swear I've got my bronze in.
Is it? Ian,
to be fair, it wasn't that victorious. I think I won my final by with an advantage for a cross choke across the face from guard. So it weren't particularly spectacular.
But before that, I remember you did like it was like a double leg, and like you scooped him up off his feet and like slammed him down.
That was my first fight in that competition. There's always one of those in every competition, I think, isn't there?
You, mate.
Yeah.
Spectacular throws.
It's all the adrenaline. It just takes over, and then you start doing spazzy stuff.
I just remember there being some judo black belts who were fighting in the white belt category, and I remember watching some of the matches and seeing this guy got properly thrown on his head, and I was like, "Oh my god, I don't want that to happen to me."
If you've got a judo black belt, you have to compete at blue belt now, don't you?
No, they do now. Yeah, they didn't then.
Yeah, no, that's right. That was always the worry, wasn't it? You were going to fight some judo champion.
You see them and they start like launching people, and you go, "Oh my god!"
Yeah. Who was it? Richard Lorerio, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He competed at white belt with like a judo.
Yeah, massive success with his judo in competition.
Yeah.
He's always done well in comps, Richard.
Yeah, he actually competed recently and got gold as well, didn't he?
I think he got another gold at brown belt in the Europeans.
Wow.
Yeah, really good.
He must be coming up for black belt, I'd have thought, Richard, at some point.
Yeah, it's got to be, mate, isn't he? It's impressive. Is he still running Hastings?
I think so. I mean, I don't know. I don't really sort of. I've not seen much.
He doesn't do any posts, but he is a hippie, so we'll let him off.
I don't know where he is. Could be anywhere.
Right, let's do this.
Run it. Roll the tape.
Oh, no. I'm going to roll the tape. But I need to share my screen first. Got to remember to do that.
Come on, the technical
wizard. Make sure you share the right screen, Sam.
I don't know what you're on about, mate.
Wigs are us.
Wigs. Hair transplant.
Yeah.
It's too late for that now, Sam.
It's not, Ian. Look.
That ship has sailed.
Look, Ian, we're from the same blood. It's going to happen to you one day.
No, it's already happening. You see that?
Oh, it is.
It's happening. The monkey bum's on its way.
Can Ian be Cadwell now instead of the golden cobra?
I'm going to shave my head before that happens.
The golden cobra, though, Ian really lucked out with the nickname.
Well, I got the Wolverine, so it doesn't really matter, does it?
No, I don't think you did, though, did you? I don't think that's one that you got.
It's always debatable, that one.
What was it?
The Wolverine, mate. That's
Cadfile.
like I said. The name found me. I didn't. Pick
Yeah. It doesn't matter how many white belts you go up to, telling them that your nickname's Wolverine. Or
every time I start a class, a beginner's class, I go, "Welcome. I'm Sam Wolverine."
I have to shout.
What's your name again, mate? Wolverine. Nice to meet you.
Just write me down as Wolverine.
Anyone ask? Tag me, the Wolverine. Right, let's play this. Ian,
Okay.
look at him, fresh-faced.
Where is this Brighton?
He is today. Look at him, fresh-faced, white.
Equally as bad hair.
I'll take this as adult then, Ian.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Is that a Revolution Team gi as well? Did I see the lightning patch on the back?
Yeah, it is. That was the ones that you used to buy from the club, wasn't it?
Oh,
is this footage always this jumpy, or is it just?
Is it? Someone's done
It's a GIF.
That one rather than a video, like the
one in the 1920s.
Time lapse.
In fact, the quality's actually cleaned up a little bit now. It's moving.
It's jerky.
It's not moving, though, is it? It's like stills or something.
No, it's fine on my screen. Is it?
It looks like a GIF on my screen.
Oh, really? Is that any better?
Yeah.
Is that working now?
A little bit, yeah. That's a bit better, yeah.
Yeah. So fighting for no grips here.
Yeah.
Fighting not to. I think to be fair, I was probably fighting not to have grips.
Yeah,
so I was looking for the double leg.
Yeah. Stick with that, Ian. Stick with that.
That's what I was going for.
There you go, the old classic guard break, yeah.
Classic. It's what I've been taught, sort of.
Collar choke.
He's trying for a really good choke.
White belt 101, he's gone for the scissor sweep here as well.
Except he's not controlling my sleeve, so.
No, yeah.
I'm going for like a leg weave pass, which I don't.
I'm pretty sure
God knows where that came from.
Nice. Just a natural, Ian, aren't you? A natural.
Into a side control. I wasn't controlling his head, so I wasn't sure that I'd received the points for this.
I don't know, would you have done?
I think
I
in the
don't
audio.
think you knew what the points were at this point, Ian, did you?
No, probably not. Spin round to try and take the back, and he stands up there.
Nice.
Back up to the feet, I'm probably already gassed.
You always guess out of that part anyway.
Yeah, that's the worst part.
Going.
The stand up.
Are you just trying? You're aiming for the collar grip, Ian.
I'm aiming for no grip because the only takedown I knew was either a single or double leg takedown. So
you were just like gauging the distance.
Yeah, trying to keep a little bit of distance initially. I think.
Who's that guy standing
controlling the
right
head?
by the mat? Tag team.
Is this where you're trying to tell me to walk my hand up?
No. I don't know whether it's this fight, to be honest.
It is this fight. It's 100% this fight.
I'm sure you were closer. I'm sure you were closer to the camera when you were doing that. Or maybe it is now.
Yeah.
Zoomed in.
Yeah, this is probably where you're trying to get me to separate.
Yes, it is.
You're watching him. Watching my left hand trying to creep up the mat, even though it's around his head. Here we go.
Here he goes.
Here he comes.
Oh, nice.
I was going to say that on the bottom, Sam, could benefit from some half guard action before.
He could, mate. He could.
But that was like he tried to just push you over, and then you just went to mount.
He went for the old buck, didn't he? He tried to buck him from half guard there, but
he's just stayed.
Did you see me walking my left hand up then?
No.
Over at the other side of his head.
Yeah.
There, you walked
Here,
that.
Isn't it? No, it's not. Was it the other?
I'm trying to get an Ezekiel choke here.
Yeah. He's very keen to try and get your gi to put his leg in it, I think.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah.
From that position there, he'd be very lucky.
Oh, I can't believe you managed to get the old buck and roll from that. That was good.
Ian thinks he's going to get it from any position.
Yeah.
Just holding on to it then.
He looks
You
like...
don't want to be in that guard.
No, he didn't want to be there, did he?
No.
Oh.
For high guard.
Yeah.
Laurie had been teaching some high guard.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Hang on,
Yeah.
this is...
No.
Yeah, he's making some grave mistakes here.
Some progress is coming here. Oh.
Here he comes.
Wait.
Here it comes.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
And a semi-celebration as I stand up.
He was straight out of there, though, wasn't he?
He was out. Yeah, that was it.
Who's that guy with the hair?
I don't know. Looks like Cadfile.
A younger Cadfile. Looks like a young, I don't know, what sort of, what's that guy football called? We went to Gareth Bale.
Gareth Bale. I'll take that. Better than Cadfile, isn't it?
Don't know. You look keen here, Sam. Ready to go? Do you have a plan? Did you used to have go into a white belt comp going, right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for this takedown.
Yeah.
I'm going to just literally, that's what I've got to try. There's so many, because I was like, the limitations on what I can do are so great that if I don't get a certain grip, I can't do the thing that I can do. Otherwise, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, 100%. But the only reason is because I only knew one takedown. That's what Laurie showed me. I'm pretty sure Loz showed me that takedown.
Is that the one where you lie back and you pull them straight on top of you?
No.
Full side.
That one was never.
Classic white belt collar drag.
That was
where you just fall straight back and pull them into your guard.
That wasn't.
Put them into side control.
I thought the classic white belt was to get two grips on the lapel and try and you step back and try and force them down to the ground.
Yeah. That's what I did.
The
classic.
I'll share this one.
Well, that armbar looked pretty slick, to be honest.
It was good, wasn't it? It was really good.
Yeah. Any level.
Yeah.
The guy didn't really. He didn't see many of the signs coming to stop anything.
No.
I think he was putting his hand inside your collar, probably didn't
It was. That's cool.
He had it there for ages as well, didn't he? When it wasn't working, he was like, "I'm just going to leave him there."
I'm just going to still do it. It's got to do something.
Was that what he was trying to do? Collar choke me or something?
Yeah, he was trying to collar choke you. Yeah.
Oh, right.
I think at that point, we were calling out for the sweep. I thought you were going to do the pendulum.
Yeah, roll up to mount.
But you just threw an armbar up and finished it.
Not me, mate. Straight for the glory, me.
It was brilliant, mate. Brilliant. Actually, but I was looking for my fight, but you've got another fight on here, Ian, haven't you?
I don't know. Which one?
Was there any of your purple belt ones? Do you remember when you went to a comp just before you got your brown belt? I can't remember which comp it was, but a few people went. I was saying this the other day, and you came on Saturday open mat, borrowed a gi and did some training, was like, yeah, I think I will do that comp tomorrow, and then went and won it. Wherever it was, but I think
Ian, that
is this South End or something like that?
So it was something like that, but you were like, I don't know if I'm going to do it. And then you did some rolling and stuff on the Saturday, and then everyone that was left at open mat, you made them roll with you until you were ready to go home, and then you went and competed and won the gold. But I think there was a few people with some fights from that. One of those might be up somewhere.
Yeah, I think I put some. They're probably not very good quality clips, but I think at the time I put them on Facebook.
Yeah, I don't think anyone really recorded it, to be honest, did they? Back then.
What was it though?
I can't remember.
What comp is it? I'm pretty sure it's the South End Open.
You thought that tall black guy, didn't you?
Yeah.
That was a good fight though, wasn't it?
Was that the one where you were crashing into the tables and stuff?
No, I think that was a different one. But Southend Open, I think I had 3 or 4 fights, and got the gold on that one. One of the guys I beat, he's a guy from the Carlson, Gracie in Surrey, and I think the same year he went on to win the Worlds, didn't he?
Oh wow, yeah.
Purple belt.
What, Taylor?
No, T is it?
You know what? I think I fought him at blue belt a long time ago. I can't remember his name though.
T.
T.
That's his nickname. I think. I don't know what his name is.
Don't matter, does it?
It don't matter, mate, does it? I can't find your other fight. I mean, it's probably on there, but I don't think Loz recorded it. So we're
They usually over so quickly that it's hard to get the camera out in time.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm surprised we don't have more footage from the English Open fights, actually.
Yeah. I think it's probably just the fact that we weren't too worried about recording them. It was there. Now you want to watch it, don't you? Now everyone records it. Let's find my one, shall we? That'd be fun.
Yeah, it was funny going through those. Like I've got a couple of DVDs of fights when I used to. I was doing a course in film and TV, and I had a camera, a mini DV camera, and I'd take it to comps and record fights. So I've got like a fight of mine and Hellboy and Doug Creed and Colin Penn and like John Weir and lots of people at white belt from a Brighton. I think it was like that was 2008. And funnily, like Ollie at purple belt and like a few other people on there, and it's so funny watching them back because you just look like completely different. You almost don't recognise yourself if you just looked at what you were doing jiu-jitsu wise. Like,
oh yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Like how
you're like, oh, that's just like so. Even though they're not that bad, do you know what I mean? But it's like you just look at it and you think, oh, like.
Your game does change a lot. Like if I was looking at that tape that we just watched and compared it to what I would do currently, it's just
like day and night, isn't it?
So, I would do pretty much none of that from any of those scenarios.
Yeah, but that's why
weird that I watch these ones back and I'm actually better then than I am now.
But it's so funny because you do.
That's because you're fighting white belts as well, though, Sam.
Yeah, that's right.
When you're fighting white belts now, you're even better than that.
You'll be better.
Wow, I have to be better than someone. Right, look at this guy. Look at this guy.
I don't even recognise him.
Who is
you
that?
don't recognise him. No beard.
Beautiful,
beautiful head of hair.
He looks a long, lustrous.
Is that Jake Bugg?
He looks like he's straight out of a favela somewhere.
Carajo.
Where's this? Is this Brighton as well?
No, this is Essex, 2011, first competition.
Oh, Essex.
By the way, that gi that I'm wearing, I love that gi. And it got so old, it become like, it would stand up after I washed it. It would like stand up by itself. And it got a bit grim after a while. And I threw it and I told Loz about it. And he was like, what? You threw it away.
What was it then?
Do you know what? I don't actually know the name of the gi, but it was just.
I ordered it from like the States. It was some brand. It was a nice gi.
It was one of Laurie's gis that you were wearing, Sam.
Right, of course. All of my gis that I've ever owned, I've bought off of Laurie second hand, I think.
The magic that's in it.
The magic. Oh, I'm hoping at some point Sam will have taken a hint that I really like that blue Shoro one that Sam got from Laurie.
That's lovely, that gi. Really
yeah.
Nice.
Well, the one that you promised me.
No.
Oh,
no, you've still got my the black gi. I can show you, right?
Black gi?
That black gi, that.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, mate.
Yeah.
black gi there.
I don't think I've ever worn a black gi.
It's where you were wearing my gi and you were like, oh, I quite like this. I was like, no, give it back.
Yeah, I know. You can't leave anything. I mean, that looks like it'll fit me well. Oh, you'll never see that again, mate.
Sits right where I like it, right up on my middle forearms.
Yeah. The trousers, mate. It's the trousers when they sit up halfway up your ankles.
That's it. Perfect fit.
Right. Let's get back to this then. Let's watch this. Look, only lasts another
What
minute.
have you just done there, Sam?
Just taking some grips.
Do you remember? Do you know where?
Yeah, on his collar. That's all I was aiming for, was going for his collar grip, because this is the takedown. It's the like pull, and then go for the single leg. So you make him step forward. So you have to pull.
Oh, a bit
collar.
like Timmy Grips faking a guard pull.
Yeah.
No, nothing that complicated. Literally, just trying to move him into position to grab his single leg, so I can get a single leg takedown. Basically, that's all.
So you could force yourself forwards.
Basically,
It works though, doesn't it?
it does work.
Yeah, just yank the collar until their spinal column detaches from their brain for a few seconds.
So I went. Oh, I don't know what happened there.
Hang on.
The rolling half guard sweep.
It's all right. I managed to get back to half guard. I know I'll be all right. Yeah,
Who's that guy? Is that the ref?
mate. He was the worst ref.
Worst
Yeah.
ever.
Honestly, absolutely awful.
He didn't seem keen on moving when you were like falling towards him. Then he's just like standing his ground.
No.
I don't think he was sure what points he was supposed to give for what.
Oh, for who?
Yeah.
Because the third fight, I remember he raised the guy's hand up to win, and I won the fight, but he raised the other guy's hand.
Classic move, that one.
Look at all that hair. Look, it's got a bit frazzled now, but it's still.
Oh! You go for the armbar.
Oh, rolling armbar.
I went for it, but I'm not quite Ian, so I couldn't finish it.
I would have definitely got that.
Ian would have finished that, but I couldn't. Don't stand up. Takes too much energy.
Yeah. He's like, he's almost putting his arm across for you.
I know. I probably wouldn't have recognised it though. Although I did.
Well, you did. You just swept it, like, literally just got into your guard and then went like that across.
It's a nice sweep though.
That was my favorite. That is still one of my favourite sweeps. I'm probably a little bit worse at it now.
That's one thing that I quite like watching these is, like that when he's flailing his legs and really kicking around like a mad thing. That's what you see in the white belts when people take a mount position.
Yeah.
What was that finish, Sam? I didn't even see that.
It was an easy kill. I think I do that in two of my 4 fights. I think the same.
Certainly was an easy kill.
Yeah. I think in this one, the ref doesn't even realise that I tapped him.
Oh,
big dump there. Big dump.
Right on your head.
Did for the hair.
Look at that. Just
Thank God for that hair. It just saved your life.
Why doesn't my leg go up? Oh, there we go.
That was like a Leandro Low pass, that was.
Yeah, good pass.
Believe it or not, it's actually not far dissimilar, apart from yours wasn't as good.
I don't know what you're on about, mate. Like, this is what I talk to white belts about now, is don't lean your body weight too far over the other side. And what am I doing? Look at this. Look at that.
But also, do you remember when that was very, very popular, putting your leg up like that, because you're stopping someone taking mount by putting your ankle up like that. Yeah.
And all you have to do is push his leg over the other side.
Well, you're going to get your back taken, aren't you?
Pretty much. There you go. Look, I think I'm doing it there. There you go.
It's very, very popular for a while.
Yeah.
Look at you. There you go.
Should take his back from there.
100%. But
he's not going to, though. He's going to keep putting his head as far over as he can.
You've got to give me some exceptions here on white belt.
No,
it looks more sort of dirty grey, though.
What, the gi?
The belt.
Oh, yeah. I think it was second hand. I think it was like a...
Of course it was. Of course it was.
Yeah, it's a white belt. There you go. Look, this is where I start crawling my hand up here. Look, but it's not actually doing anything.
Oh.
There you go. Perfect.
Doing the spider. The spider hawk.
Or an intimidation tactic.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Distraction.
Yeah, you with the
Distraction.
spider.
Just
Obviously,
doing that
Loz
so that
was
you can
calling
just
out
pop
to
your
crawl.
foot out any second now.
Yeah, obviously Loz was calling out to crawl my hand up, but I didn't actually know what that meant, so I was just kind of wiggling my fingers on the ground.
Well, take his back, for God's sake, please take
I
his
know,
back.
it's painful to watch, isn't it?
I don't think it's coming in. I don't think it's coming.
I wasn't interested in his back at that point. I wanted
I mean,
To be fair, you don't look like you're in much danger of being swept.
He's trying to roll onto his front, basically.
I'm not letting him either. There's no
No,
way.
no.
I don't want him there, all right?
I don't want it.
He's trying to really ruin himself, and you're like denying him.
I don't know any techniques from the back mount at this point, so I don't want it because I don't know anything from there.
Top half, top quarter guard, you're like...
It was another Ezekiel. The ref didn't notice, so I had to tell him.
And I like the fact that he just accepted it. All right, then, you can have the win.
Yeah.
If he says so, he wins.
He did not look very happy with that. Sorry, mate. Here we go. Fight 3.
This is the third, same competition, fight 3.
Fight 3, same comp. Yep.
The hair is getting progressively worse as the fights go on.
I remember this being a really tough fight. I remember this guy being quite good. He was probably
he's trying your move on you.
He was probably skill-wise better than me, but
the referee
my spazziness overruled it, I think.
Ref looking nice and bored in the background.
I don't blame him. We are just doing exactly what we were talking about.
What is he up to?
What
is he doing though?
Some sort of monkey impression.
How long do I have to be here for?
When's lunchtime?
Yeah.
That was what you were talking about, Ian, wasn't it?
That's the one.
The pull him on top of him. Yeah, that's what I was for.
But I love the way that, you both said, you knew limited moves and there were things that you were trying to do, but you're able to execute them in a competition scenario. Like in all of these fights, you've been able to do that thing, going, oh, that's the one thing I was going to do. But once you've got that grip, you do it.
I think that kind of like comes from the training though, doesn't it? Like we knew there was a competition coming up and we were taught like moves a lot that would benefit us in a competition, and then just drilling them over and over, like doing it over and over again. And we did a lot of like out in the middle, like fighting out in front in class and stuff as well. So we were almost used to it at this point.
Yeah.
Although, you can't, it's always more tiring because you're not in a class scenario, but you're still
definitely more tiring.
You're still prepared, aren't you? You're still kind of, look at that.
Yeah.
I'm not happy with being in his guard, so I'm just basically punching him in the head.
Choke.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to choke him at that point. I think I'm just literally shoving my fist in his face.
Oh, that was a nice counter to the omoplata. They're stepping straight over there.
Yeah.
Throwing your balls.
Oh, yeah.
Boom.
I think I go back round straight back into it. Oh, yeah, there you go.
That's an amazing reversal there.
Look.
Oh yeah, that he's got the sweep that he wants to do. So whenever you stand up, he's diving his arms straight in, isn't he? Like,
yeah, I've got no idea how to get out of this guard at this point. I think I'm
again, like it's absolutely the worst place to be.
It really is. Yeah, it really is not good.
Especially if you're fighting someone like Cheers or Harry, long legs.
Because if someone really doesn't want to let you out of their guard, it's really difficult to get out.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it can take a lot of energy sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Guard's open, Sam. The guard's open.
Oh God, I think I'm going to get swept here.
Competition level black belts always just stand up though, don't they?
Yeah, that's it.
Always. You never see a high tier black belt trying to open the guard from the knees.
No.
It just won't work.
It just won't work, will it?
No, it's just a huge waste of energy.
Yeah.
Well, he's got look at that grip he's got on your knee with his leg at the top of his hands.
Like, this is what I'm saying. I think, like, skill-wise, he definitely knew what he was doing more.
Oh, he's come up there.
But I've just spazzed. I'll just spaz out until I win. Half guard though, so we're all right. We're all right for now.
Yeah, I can imagine another half guard sweeps coming.
I think
You've always been really good at getting that underhook and working with it.
I like the way he's taking the gi though. He's at the very end of the lapel though, which is not really doing him many favours for controlling you.
I think the gi was a little bit small.
He's trying to control the hair.
He's trying. Can't control it, mate.
The hair's out of control.
We can see that.
It's too wild.
Yeah.
Mate. Deep
Too
half.
wild.
Look.
Whoa. Sam's going for an X guard here.
Oh!
Awful.
I get the sweep.
Oh!
Somehow, how did you sweep there?
I have no idea.
You only had both legs poking one way.
I know.
So if you watched Simon's smash pass instructional,
yeah, I should have done, but he didn't reveal the details until recently, mate. So I wouldn't have known anyway.
Oh, okay.
Mate, the longer this fight goes on, the more it seems like that final sequence from Kingpin, where they're having the bowling match and the toupees are just falling off.
Apart from the guy.
The comb overs are just unravelling.
There we go. And that was that. That seemed really short, that fight. That doesn't look like fighting.
Yeah. The ref not knowing what's going on.
He probably didn't know what was going on, no.
Probably like 4 minutes.
I look fresh.
He probably just finished it early for lunch, didn't he?
Ooh.
So you won. You won.
Both so gassed. Look at you. You can't understand that.
I remember coming out of that going, I can't believe I've got to fight again after this. I'm so gassed.
Yeah, you're right, mate.
No.
Who won?
I genuinely, at this point, I didn't know who won that. And so what's happening now is that I'm sure Laurie's seen the scorecards and they've given more points to the other guy, and you're actually arguing.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was, whether the sweep went.
Yeah, because he gives it to that guy, but he definitely lost because I swept him twice.
Yeah, and you mounted him in the end.
And mounted him in the end, but he actually gave the points to the other guy. So you had to. I remember you going over contesting it.
Yeah.
Then I actually got the win for that.
Yeah, they did change it around eventually, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Yeah.
But luckily you were there, because otherwise I would have lost that fight. Because I genuinely had no idea who was who was winning.
What he was doing.
I didn't have a clue what I was doing. Didn't know who won. Let's find the last fight, shall we?
It's a sandwich.
Has Nick got a sandwich now?
Nick's having a shit. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I was just looking at my my quiz, just trying to sort out the quiz.
You saw our quiz. Amazing.
Yeah. Ian's eating a sandwich though.
Oh, Ian, come on, man.
Oh.
You know.
It's going cold.
It's true.
It's got to be
The
done.
sandwich is going cold.
It's going good.
But are you doing the quiz now? Are you doing the quiz now, are you?
Well, no, because I haven't quite finalised the quiz.
Okay, that's fine. But yeah, it's just interesting going back and seeing what you were like as a white belt compared to the stuff that you do now. It seems crazy. It seems like night and day what you would do then compared to now. But it's fun. It's fun watching them back.
It is interesting because it gives more confidence, I think, to get involved and do some more competitions.
Yeah,
because
I thought you were going to say it gives white belts more confidence.
Doesn't give white belts
because no matter what level they're at, they're always going to be better.
But you know, like then the game the games, the style, the moves, or like, you know, all that stuff is kind of like everything's evolving. Like, you're not going to see people doing berimbolos and stuff then, right? And you'll probably see people doing that at blooming white belt now.
Yeah.
100%.
Or at least try it.
Stuff's completely different, and you know, strategy and whatever, more people competing and more regular and stuff. You know, everything changes and evolves, doesn't it? But like you say, you look back at that kind of thing, and you're like, I don't recognise the sort of jiu-jitsu.
No.
You know,
how do you control that, Loz? Like, because obviously there's, you know, the basics are going to be the stable of any white belt's game, but you're always going to, as the game evolves, it gets a bit more complicated, doesn't it? And games and starting games change.
Yeah, I suppose a lot of these white belts, they all sort of like start off almost doing berimbolos from the outset, don't they? But
well, it's like watching high level must be from watching like high level guys fight.
Yeah, I think they get sort of a bit stuck in it though. I mean, if you know like simple counters like with what Ian and Luke show a lot in like Tuesdays and Thursdays classes, people don't even get the berimbolos. So almost like you kind of can play like a simple counter game. So you don't even have to worry about some of this new school stuff, because you've got to be quite adept at being able to pull the first part of the technique off.
Yeah, I think
they can't do that. Then you kind of like you create like a good foundation to deal with those sort of things. That's the evolving part of the game, I think.
I think white belts probably doing themselves a bit of a disservice by, you know, trying to learn anything that's too complex without knowing the fundamentals before they bother sort of wasting their time trying to perfect the other stuff.
Yeah,
it's great if you can take the back of a berimbolo, but if you don't know what to do in case that berimbolo doesn't work and you end up, you know, having to pass someone's half guard
in a worse position.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, you're going to limit your game to a specific sort of thing, aren't you? A specific game. You could quite easily get lost. There's so many. It's all about knowing all the links from. It's not so much knowing how to do one thing, is it? It's knowing how to gel everything together. And exactly, unless you try everything, you're not going to build up those links.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, they could learn something from Nick, the basics.
I'm basic.
Go for the reverse Kimura grip every time. You're going to show me something when we come back now, aren't you? You've bought that DVD with the reverse
Kimura. So you're trying to turn the arm like this?
No, it's the reverse grip.
Way worse.
So like the arm across if you're in your guards, and then the back side of the arm grip like there. But I think it's an extra complication, or maybe it's just I haven't seen enough of it from where it might actually be worthwhile. But you know, I'm open to the idea. But I'm, you know, because I think, you know, that the earlier you are in training jiu-jitsu, the easier it is to have your head turned by flashy things. Yeah. Like, because it's considered, you know, it's boring. Oh, I've seen that. I want to do something like more, you know, like that. And I think that happens a lot. Yeah. You know. And
that kind of happened back when I was a white belt. That used to happen as well. Me and Ian used to, when we worked together, we used to sit in our work van and just watch like Marcelo Garcia videos and Vitor Shaolin Ribeiro videos and be like, oh, he just makes it look so easy, like doing all like the way he moves and stuff like that. But it's not. I guess it's not quite the same because they weren't doing anything.
Do you remember that? Do you see that? Andre Galvao video of him when he was about 20, just moving around in the gym on his own.
Yeah, just rolling about and just doing solo drills.
Yeah, solo drills and stuff, and on the ball and things. I remember watching that, going, "Oh my god!" It's like, but it's all the movements, you know, like we do before class, like up and down and stuff, and So we're always saying like that. It's not just the warm up to get warm to do it. It's like important movements that then you're trying to get used to because you're going to use them in the techniques. You know, like the forward tip slide and the this and that. because you actually need to understand how you move to be able to effectively do the techniques.
Exactly. Well, I had that Andre Galvao book, that drill to win.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't for the life of me know what happened to it.
I don't know either, mate.
Have you got it? Have you actually got it?
No, I'm joking.
Mate, because
I haven't got your key either, though.
I tried to find that again. I tried to buy it again, and it's like 200 quid.
Yeah, I've still got a copy.
Really?
At home.
Yeah. You've got
Really?
a copy, Lars.
Yeah.
200 quid.
Has it got Sam Hall written on it?
No.
Yeah, really like childlike. Right?
If it
Sam.
has. Can I borrow it, please, Lars?
I think I rubbed it out.
Can I borrow it?
Can you borrow it? It's fake worse than death lending stuff out, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah, it
Tell
is.
me about it.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, mate.
Enzo Gracie Mastering Jiu-Jitsu book that I think everyone bought at some point. Do you
Yeah.
remember that one?
I haven't got that.
I've got
But Ian Saulo Ribeiro book is
The Jiu-Jitsu University.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the price like on that one now, Sam?
I don't know, to be honest.
About 9 quid.
Yeah.
You can have it then.
It's not like Galval's Drill to Win, mate. That is like you can't buy it from Amazon. You can only buy it second hand. It's like 200 odd quid.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That book that you've
Probably
got,
still in your work van.
that is a headache.
What's that?
Oh, no. I haven't.
In the South
Yeah,
Pacific or something.
zone like 1998 to 2008.
Why? What's that about then?
It's like it's all about the history of like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in Brazil, but it's got like all these references to other bits that are in the book.
Right.
It's a bit like a dissertation, like when if you're at university, where you link it to something else. It's just a pain in the ass to read, isn't it? Because you're constantly going.
Also, there's so much information in each paragraph. Like train with this guy, and there was also these 5 guys that were training there, and then this guy did this, and this guy did that, and this guy did that, and it's a very difficult read.
Yeah, yeah.
I managed about 5 pages the other day, and then I had to put it down. I felt like I was going to go to sleep.
That sounds like a dream for an absolute jiu-jitsu nerd. That book.
I mean, but it is like it's almost like a reference book rather than a read.
Like a textbook, like a school textbook.
Yeah.
Right. You
It's
must learn
not
this.
about that thick, and the writing's not that big.
You should get people to read it, Loz, before they start.
Yeah, read this, and then you can join in.
Yeah, that's
With
it.
one strike.
If you can't spar, so you have to read that book before you can spar.
Yeah, it's got some of it's quite interesting. Like I was reading a bit, and they're talking about like who actually was training in the Jiu-Jitsu academy. So it's this American guy who goes to Brazil to live and do journalism and stuff. And he's saying like lots of the people that are doing the Jiu-Jitsu classes are the lawyers and professionals, you know, or the wealthy people who can afford it. And then like how it's changed, you know, there'd be people that they train once a day doing the Jiu-Jitsu, like and these judges, like all sorts. But it's just interesting how it evolved, you know, because they were the people with the money. So
Yeah.
you know, instructors cater for them because they can pay them to run their gyms, and you know.
Yeah.
But it's interesting if you can get through it.
Have you got? Are you finished it or not?
No, page 67 in 4 years.
Not bad going. That's about my reading rate.
Yes. Couple
Honestly,
of pages a night.
I've been by my bed, honestly, just going dust. I picked it up there and I was like, right, I'm going to have another go at it. And I read 5 pages. And I was like, oh, so hard.
Yeah. Not for me, that book. I'll tell you.
No, needs pictures.
Needs pictures. Not for me, that. Too many words.
What's the other one? I've got some here. Mixed martial arts, BJ Penn's book.
BJ Penn's book I've got. You know what? I haven't actually read it though. I've had it for years and never read it.
No, you just have to keep them on the bookcase and you just absorb it all.
That's right. I just tell people, look.
Yeah, I've got that book.
Got that book, mate. I'm into it.
I got a couple of good ones. The Arm Lock Encyclopedia and the A to Z of Judo. I've got some really good like grip positions and stuff.
How comes you never use any of those techniques then?
Well, I can't remember anything, Sam. I'm a very slow learner.
It's no good having the books, mate, if you're not even bothering to read
I
it.
look at them, but they just make me tired.
Well, you are old, mate, aren't you? So you can sit. You're sitting at that when you're sitting on the sofa.
You have to do a crossword a day, to keep my brain active.
To be fair, I'm actually surprised you're still with us, mate.
Yeah.
I'm a vulnerable person, aren't I?
That's right.
At the best of times.
Even more so now. But I've gone for the lockdown haircut, so
Yeah,
like
that's a thing.
I
Ian,
might keep it.
Problem is, Ian, if you do the old lockdown cut, it's not going to come back, mate, is it?
It's not.
You got to let it go, mate.
It'll just come back at the sides.
Join us, Ian. Join us.
70s footballer.
I can't do it. I can't do it because I can't trust myself to actually get my hair cut more than once every 2 months.
Yes. Ian,
My friend I used to. Do you remember Ben, Laurie? He competed actually at one of the Kent Opens before at Dartford. Like he came and trained a bit in Tunbridge. Ben Chestnut.
Ben Chestnut.
Do you remember Ben?
Vaguely.
Well, he was. So yeah, he fought at white belt when we went to Dartford Judo. So when it was the Kent Open there, like one of those years, like 2009 or something. One of those came, did it for a bit, and was like, it's like that kind of thing. And but me and him used to live together, and we there's a barber's just up the road, and he was quite receding here. So what he used to do is grow these bits long, and he called them the flaps, and he'd style it forwards like this, right? And then we both went to get a haircut one day, and she cut the hair, and he was like, "Oh, don't touch the flaps," like sort of thing. And then at the end, that she's like drawing some stuff in it. He's like, "Oh yeah, okay," like she usually does it sort of forwards like that with a bit spiky, and that's kind of okay. And she put this stuff in, and then just went like that. It was all of it back here like this, like a blooming hedgehog. And he sort of turned round to me. I was sitting to go next, and he was like, "Thanks." So yes, he walks out. I just remembered being like, I'm gonna go. I don't want all of it back like this, like a hedgehog, revealing the white skin of.
Please don't.
I'm definitely going to do that.
Please don't grow flaps.
The wife's begging me not to grow some flaps.
I couldn't look at flaps.
Well, I think lots of people they manufacture them, like they brush these bits or that bit over, and
Yeah, like me.
Yeah. Oh, Ian, you got flaps.
Oh, you're
not
He's already got flaps.
Oh
we
man.
think your older brother, what's going to happen?
So yeah.
Yeah. Eventually, when I get to your age, Sam, it'll all have to go.
I am actually the younger brother. On camera. Outrageous claims that I'm the older brother.
Draw the line at flaps.
My wife's still banging on about flaps.
Well, it's a Thursday, so
Yeah, it is isolation, mate. There's not a lot else to talk about these days.
I'm so bored.
Yeah, everyone's the same.
So bored. I'm listening in on this conversation just for something to do.
that's what we're hoping for.
Cheers, Emma.
Thanks, darling.
Sam, is Ricky working or not?
I'll cut that out.
Oh, right.
I'll edit that bit out. Don't worry.
Are you recording?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realise.
Excellent.
I reckon we're nearly there, aren't we?
We're there, mate. We're definitely there. I reckon we'll definitely do more of these. Though they're easy, aren't they?
Yeah.
Sit and have a chat about a few jiu-jitsu matches. It's been.
I reckon we could just watch a higher level jiu-jitsu. Not that you can get much higher level than Sam at white belt.
I want to watch Adam Wodzinski.
Yeah.
And some of Natan or Langaker, one of these guys like that.
Definitely. Look, we'll do it again. We won't watch it now. I think we've been chatting for about an hour or so now. So let's call it there. But we'll get you back on again, Ian, and we'll watch some high level fights and talk about those stuff as well.
Yeah, I want to shave my flaps for when we next do it.
Good. It's about time you shaved those flaps, mate. And your beard as well. It's looking extremely ginger at the moment.
No, this is a proper isolation beard.
Look at that thing. When are you going to grow your beard back again? That suits you, mate.
Who?
You.
Oh no, it's too much hassle, isn't it, having a beard?
No, it's easy.
No, it's not. It's really not.
Yeah, I've got a big grey beard that goes down the front and makes me look really old.
Yeah, but that makes you look more like a grandmaster.
Yeah.
I look like a paedophile.
Right, well, let's end on that because that was brilliant. Right, thank you very much, guys. It's been awesome.
See you later, guys.
Until next time.
Yes.
Much love.
Us.